So easily one of the hardest parts of the day is waking up at 3 a.m. to get to work at 4 a.m. Here I am walking in to start the day. Another task of mine is to direct the 5 a.m. show, but that show's a little bit hectic, so I don't have time to record footage of it. Here is the studio right after the 6 a.m. It's all set up for ARC, the CW show that takes place at 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. Chloe Coase is doing her weather hit for the noon show. She likes to get them done before the cut-ins, and this is the cut-ins here. We're getting ready to do the live one that's going to go on the NBC Today show. This one is live, and we don't have any time to do a redo, so cues are very important. I think we get about 2 minutes for this one, so usually Kim Wagner will do a story, and Chloe will do weather.
I'm Kim Wagner. Thank you for being here. And in a matter of hours, it's all set to reopen. We've been talking about this week. This has been the target date, the very popular swap.
So not a lot going on for the floor director here. It's mostly important to just take your cues from the director and give them when you hear them. Usually you'll get a 1 minute sign, and then you'll get 30 seconds. So here I am giving the 1 minute sign to Kim, and then I'm looking over to see if Chloe's getting ready for weather. She's making her way over, and Kim will get ready to toss to her, and we'll go ahead and give the more important cues to Chloe.
By 4 o'clock, when they reopen everything up, stick with News 3 for continued coverage. Right now, let's get that Friday forecast by checking in with Chloe.
Plenty of sunshine today with winds picking up again this afternoon. Temperatures won't be...
Kim is a pro, and she's usually really good about getting it to Chloe with enough time. Right now, I just gave her the 30-second cue, so Chloe knows that she's got 30 seconds to get through her weather graphics. Usually, she gets to the 10-day, which is what she's on now, as soon as possible, because she likes to talk about that the most. It's the most important part of the weather hit. So there I'm giving 15, and then we will count her down from 10. These are all the cues I'm getting from the director. She'll walk over, and I make sure I get right as close as I can to her, and there we go. There's the cut-in. So now let's get ready for the noon show. So I usually start coding around 10:40 a.m., and I usually start from the bottom down, because if things change or if there's breaking news, it'll be added to the A block. So you want to start with the last blocks, make sure those are done, because those are the least likely to be changed. Usually doesn't take me too long to get it done. Usually about 15 minutes. I do have to talk to Master Control to get the pre-show time and make sure that that's in there so our floor crew knows that that's when we need to get on the air and be ready. So we make our way over to the control room. I like to set things up a particular way and make sure that first couple codes are working all right and there's no issues there. There wasn't, so we can go ahead and run through it, make sure it's all good. Ran the pre-show at 11:50, and we sit around and wait for the actual show to start at 11:59:04. Once you're in it, it goes by like that. A block ran pretty smoothly, but let's get to some actual directing. I have that for the D block, which comes up at 12:30. $15, 10, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 up.
Right now on
Sign
News
next,
Live
one.
at 12:30, Ghislaine Maxwell, the accomplice of the late financier Jeffrey Epstein, has finished her interview with the Justice Department. Hear from her attorney about what she talked about.
And track and take.
President Trump getting rid of what he calls woke AI. I'm Jeff Harrison, Washington. Coming up, his new plan to assert American
5.
dominance in the AI sector, how much it will cost, and who could end up footing the bill.
Cute.
And speaking of the president, where the money goes. President Trump talking about increasing tariffs to other countries. Hear how he says he plans to spend that money that's coming into the United States of America.
And it's all the open.
Live, streaming, and on the News 3 app. This is News 3.
So the most important thing about directing there is time cues. You saw in our second headline there we had a SOT, so we got to give cues to the audio operator on what bit it's in and how long the SOT runs so I can let the floor crew know when Dana can start talking again. Now there's quite a bit of SOTs and stuff in this block, but we had a live interview with the dog at the end of the 12:30 block, and that's where the crazy stuff is, so we'll take you there now. Is off.
Welcome back. Today is a Forever Home Friday. When we say forever, it's F-U-R. Amy Lee is here from the Nevada SPCA. You brought Lily in and a special guest as well. Gayla Young is here from Piper Maltasada.
So this is the big thing about the Friday shows is that we will always have a dog from the Nevada SPCA. And you never know what kind of dog you're going to get, so you have to be on your toes. It is incredibly difficult if the dog is a little bit rowdy or eccentric. This one was about a little closer on the eccentric side. Didn't really want to sit still while we had the cameras on him. And it's also important to note we do not have any camera ops here. So I'm controlling all 3 cameras here, camera 3, camera 4, and camera 5 on my own to make sure I get good shots of this dog, because we want to get this dog adopted, right? We can't have this dog sitting in the shelter all the time. Look, it's a beautiful dog. So it can be incredibly tricky. Feels like it would be really nice to have camera ops for this, but we do not, so you have to make do with what you have. In this instance, you know, we didn't get the cleanest shots of the dog. I took the super out there to try and get more of the dog, zoom out even to get the dog, better picture of the dog. Sometimes the dog sits still and is very easy to get really good shots of. Sometimes they're moving around, so you got to be on your toes. You never know what kind of dog you're going to get.
Massive.
And because of that, you want to support the SPCA.
Correct.
And you're doing that through people bringing in donations to Pipeline Maltasadas, right? All they have to do is bring in what?
They can bring in any donation, and we're going to have a bin there that they're going to drop off. And I think Amy can kind of look at the things that we'll be looking at receiving.
These are just the things that we use all the time in the shelter, just towels, gently used towels fine, any brand of food, dried dog, cat food can, and peanut butter. These are the things we use.
In this instance, the Nevada SPCA actually brought things that they want donated. I've never seen them bring a table of props and stuff before, but worked out nicely because while they were referring to what they needed donated, the dog was over there, probably because they had some treats, but was able to get some nice pictures of what they needed donated as well as the dog.
They bring in something, you're going to put them in a
raffle. They'll get a raffle for a $100 gift card.
Cool.
And then we have some specials too from the 1st and the 26th as well.
Guys, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. We got to
All
find
right,
Lily.
cheese snacks.
Lily is just, can we see your beautiful face at any point? There you go.
You can hear Dana saying the dog was a little shy, didn't want to be on camera, but this is the hardest part of the show is getting a good shot. So then we go straight from the dog to the tease. Today the tease was Raisin Cane's. It was National Chicken Finger Day that Sunday. And then you come out to the dog for the bump shot. Last chance for people to get a good look at the dog and get that dog adopted. And that was our newscast. That's how it works usually, and that's usually how it looks behind the scenes.